these sponsors. From Hawaii News Now, this is breaking news.
And that breaking news, a terrifying moment for drivers on the North Shore. Boulders tumbling down a hillside and crashing onto Kamehameha Highway. Here's the jaw-dropping video. You can see the giant rocks roll down and then smash through the concrete barrier and fencing. Those boulders were actually coming down on purpose. Department of Transportation crews sent the rocks downhill during scheduled slope scaling work around 2:30 this afternoon. DOT blocked the road so no cars would be passing through at the time. But those waiting in traffic got quite a show. Now, this is right near Waimea Bay. This is also close to the same area several boulders came crashing down yesterday morning. That rock slide was not planned, and the state sent workers up to find other hazard areas. Now, Kamehameha Highway closed for over 10 hours. The DOT warned drivers recent rainstorms loosened soil. In the last 23 years, officials say there were at least 4 rock slides in the same area. The state installed protective fencing in 2000 and plans to extend it by about 70 feet. And we'll go back to that video from today's rockfall once again. All lanes of Kamehameha Highway are now back open. However, we want to let you know there will be intermittent closures until 7 p.m. Traffic holds will be up to 30 minutes at a time. Drive safe, everyone. In another top story, Honolulu police are investigating an apparent murder-suicide at a Makakilo home involving an 80-year-old man and a 78-year-old woman. Our Casey Lund was first on scene and has the latest.
Yeah, we were out at that home earlier this morning and spoke with police as well as neighbors who were wondering what was going on at that home on Nohona Street. Those neighbors told me the elderly couple who lived there were friendly and they were shocked something like this happened.
Patrol officers responded just before 6 this morning when some of those neighbors called 911 because they were concerned about the couple's welfare. Officers got here shortly after and made a disturbing discovery inside that home. Lieutenant Dina Thames says investigators are still piecing together information, but at this point they don't believe any suspects are at large. She said they believe that this was a murder-suicide.
Upon their arrival, they made checks inside the home and they found 2 persons deceased, one a male and one a female. The male was approximately 80 years old and the female is 78 years old. Reportedly, they are husband and wife. Approximately 4 o'clock yesterday, Sunday, February 6th, neighbors heard what sounded like 2 pops. They didn't initially think anything of it, thought it was fireworks. Today, when they were discovered, it was confirmed that they both suffered gunshot wounds, fatal gunshot wounds, and a gun was recovered in the home.
Police were able to tell us the gun they recovered was a handgun. The identity of that couple has not been released. That investigation is still ongoing today. Police are asking the public to call Crime Stoppers with any information they may have. We'll continue to update this story as we get more details into the newsroom. You can find the latest online at hawaiinewsnow.com. Reporting in studio, I'm Casey Lund for Hawaii News Now.
Casey, thank you. A judge confirmed bail today at $1 million for Mililani attempted murder suspect Desmond Kekahuna. The 46-year-old made his initial court appearance virtually from OCCC. He is accused of intentionally driving into a woman in a Walmart parking lot last Wednesday while she was pushing her 6-month-old baby in a stroller. Witnesses say he then beat her and a Good Samaritan with a tire iron. Police say Kekahuna has no relation to the victims. He's due back in court on Wednesday. And the woman critically injured in Kekahuna's alleged attack is a mother of 5. Christelle Taliulu's legs were badly hurt when she was struck. She remains hospitalized and her family says that she faces more surgeries and physical therapy. They've created a GoFundMe page to help with the recovery. We've posted a link on hawaiinewsnow.com. The U.S. Space Force is sharing details into exactly what caused 700 gallons of diesel fuel to spill atop Haleakala. It happened at the Maui Space Force Surveillance Complex last Sunday. Space Force explained today that a lightning storm caused a power surge, which damaged a float in one of its generators, ultimately causing the spill. The U.S. Space Force's Indo-Pacific commander offered an apology to the public this afternoon.
We have a solemn responsibility to protect this sacred ground upon which we have the privilege to operate. And it is a privilege, not a right. You expect more from us. And last week we let you down. And for that I am truly sorry.
Coming up at 5 on KHNL and KGMB, our Chelsea Davis will be live at Haleakala to explain how Space Force plans to prevent this from happening again. On Oahu, the Board of Water Supply is opposing the EPA's draft consent order to close and defuel Red Hill. The PWS says the order does nothing to ensure the Navy fixes the damage it has done to the groundwater aquifer, nor properly addresses public health impacts. It also says the draft lacks clear timelines, penalties, and public transparency. Senator Brian Schatz also wrote the EPA a letter asking the agency to include more input from Hawaii residents. Today is